When you choose boat life, you choose to live with the seasons. There are days where you can't help but live outside. But now, we're in those months where you just want to be cozy and hunker down indoors. That is, until boat chores send you into the rain. This week, we've got to move the boat despite the bad weather.
Buy a boat, they said. It'd be fun, you love being outdoors, they said.
Gabby's put me on painting duty.
I've never heard someone moan so much.
I hate painting.
And one of us is in trouble.
Someone stood in that wet bit of paint and then stood on the floor.
Welcome to This Tiny Life. We're Jack and Gabby, and we live on this narrowboat. We make videos about slow living and life on the water. If you also strive to live more deliberately, hit subscribe and join the journey.
You know what, in the 4 and a bit years that we have been living on boats, this has never happened. Went to go and get a glass of water last night, and when I opened up the tap, nothing. We've run out of water. So before we can crack on and get anything done today, we've got to go and top up. Buy a boat, they said. It'd be fun, you love being outdoors, they said.
Me and Tilly definitely have the best seats in the house for this cruise. This is the thing with boat life. In the summer, cruising is gorgeous. And then when you get to autumn and winter and the weather turns, sometimes you still got to get moving no matter what it's doing.
Magic of boat life in winter. Get yourself a free mud bath. Ever wondered how getting fresh drinking water works when you live on the canal? Because you are off grid. Boats have water tanks built into them, and all along the canal there are little points like this, which is where we get drinking water from.
Not to boast, but my hose is too big to fit in the hole. So this time round, I'm having to improvise.
You're very proud of yourself.
Well, because the last time I did this, it kept flinging out and spraying water all over me, but that will stop it. Right, cool. So Gabby is currently on maternity leave. We've got about 2 weeks until the baby is here. She's also got a bit of a cold, so...
I'm being productive. I'm looking for a tap for the bathroom.
Rest up. Just honestly, just rest up as much as you can. We've probably got about an hour or so whilst that fills up. It's one of the rhythms and routines of boat life. You just kind of have to get used to things taking time. You might have also noticed that the boat is in even more chaos than normal. We've just had a washing machine delivered, which going to come in very handy when the baby is here, because they create a lot of mess. But I'm even more excited because it came in a nice big cardboard box, which is more fuel for the fire. One of the nice things about having the fire on during the day and that nice big cast iron surface just being hot all the time is it's kind of the perfect excuse just to get some big hearty soups and stews on, those proper like winter warmer dishes.
Washing the veggies in the bath.
It's the perfect use of our hour on the water point, getting supper started.
I need to show you something which we've been working on over the weekend, which we already love the fireplace, and now this is going to make it so much better. So over the weekend we went to Oxford Wood Recycling. It's like our favourite shop. It's full of leftover secondhand wood. And we found this beautiful piece of, what is it, mahogany?
I think it's mahogany. I think it's sapel. I think. It's a
Sapel.
Sapel? I'm not sure what it is. Just literally sanded it back, cleaned it up, put some nice oil on there just to bring out the grain, and it's just so beautiful. Ooh.
And it's going to be our mantelpiece.
Yeah.
Go on, whack it up. Let us know what you think.
It will just slide on there and just finish off the fireplace. Does it have I turned the lights on? Also, I've cut the angle on that side absolutely perfectly. So
I'll make sure I get a close-up.
Yeah, please do. I really want to show that off.
And before you know it, with supper simmering away, the water tank is full. And it's time to reverse back to our mooring.
It has got so dark in here so quickly, and it's only 5 o'clock. So there's still a couple of hours left in the day when we need to crack on and do some DIY. Jack is going to have to make a little bit of a mess in the boat and move everything so we can paint behind one of our kitchen sides to protect the wood.
If you decide that you're going to do up a boat, my one advice is try not to live on it until the last possible moment within that renovation process. Because it is a lot trying to like juggle your life around also doing DIY. I don't know how I've been trusted to be doing this job. If this gets on the wall and not on the floor, it'll be a miracle.
Not feeling my best today, it's Jack's turn to paint. And if you saw last week's episode, you'll know he's not a fan.
It's going on the floor. Can't get up in those edges.
I've never heard someone moan so much.
I hate painting. I just hate it. I'm rubbish at it. So much wall. Look how much wall there is. My arm hurts. Can I go a bit over that line?
No, over that line.
Can I make a deal with you?
Yeah.
If I do the big bit, could you just go around the edges of the paintbrush? Yeah. Painting the swim.
I just dropped it on the floor.
Oh, right. So hang on. I've just done this entire wall. You've come and done one bit with your brush. It's already on the floor. Already there. Unbelievable.
Whoops. The painting is finished. I say it as if I did it.
That's right, actually white, isn't it?
It does look alright white.
It makes that look.
It really makes the pink look pink.
Actually pink.
Yeah, it's nice.
Than the
That's the
off-white
pink,
that
rather than the undercoat you thought it was.
Yeah.
You can see the undercoat now. Looks good. That's delicious. Right, we're going to enjoy this. Switch off for the evening, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Good morning. We have woken up to the most gorgeous sunshine streaming through the windows of the boat. This is the first sunny morning that we've had for what feels like years. We've had so much rain recently. If you're new to the channel, you won't know, but we have built this boat to be fully solar powered, so we don't have a generator. And with all of the rain that we've had recently, our batteries are now starting to run down a little bit more than I'd like. So first job this morning, I need to get outside and I want to tilt our panels up so that we can make them as efficient as possible and try and capture a lot of this morning sunshine. Oh, it's really bright today. Had a quick little look at our charger before we came out, and I think we're doing around, I think it says 70, I can't remember now. We need way more than that. And it's a little bit annoying because this boat, you know, we run north to south on this canal, and I can't tilt the panels directly south, which would make them like super efficient. So instead what I got to do is get out early and tilt them so they're facing the sun now, and then when it gets to about midday and the sun's kind of like directly up in the sky, put them back down again so they're flat. So it's a little bit of a faff, but it's one of those jobs I weirdly enjoy. I just quite like that considered and conscious approach to knowing where your power's coming from. is a bit of a manual process, but hopefully by doing that, should be able to maximise out on this sunshine today. Just quite like it. Outside nice and early. It's a nice day. And also, gives me a chance to show off my super stripy pyjamas.
I'm having a little bit of a slower start this morning because I'm still feeling a little bit groggy. So whilst Jack is messing around with the solar panels, I'm going to pop the kettle on. I say kettle, it's this pan still, because we've not got a kettle that works on the induction hob yet. I'm having a think about what I need to pack in my hospital bag. Somehow, in 2 weeks, it's my due date. Technically, the baby could come at any point from now, which means I really need to be prepared to go to hospital whenever that time comes. And there is this one app which I've just come across, which I think, although I don't know how long I'm going to end up being in hospital for, but I think it's going to revolutionise my time in hospital. It's called Readly, and I don't know if you've heard of it before, but it's basically an app that's got access to so many different magazines of all different sorts of genres. Things like Delicious magazine, which is one of Jack's favourite foodie magazines, and Olive magazine, and newspapers, so all of the daily newspapers, all within the one app. I think it's over 7,000 different titles that they've got on there. It's also got things like crosswords and Sudoku, I don't know which one it is, and podcasts. So I am going to go and make the most of this gorgeous sunshine, sit outside with my little Readly app, have a little flick through and think about what is going in my hospital bag so that I'm a bit more ready to go when the time comes. Honestly, so much in this one app that I don't think you could ever get bored. Thank you to Readly, who have sponsored this week's video. They're giving you 2 free months to try out the app yourselves and see what you think, and then you can cancel at any time. There's no contract. So we'll put the link for how you can do that in the description below and in the pinned top comment. Another thing that you can do in the app is bookmark pages, and then it's on your own homepage. So things like recipes that you can easily come back to. It's just got so much within it. I honestly really, really love it. So yeah, click on one of the links, download it, give it a go and see what you think. There will be something in the app for you, whether it's one of the magazines or the newspapers or a crossword or puzzle book if you're like me and like to get lost in one of those. But I'm gonna sit and enjoy the rest of this sunshine, have my coffee and have a bit more of a flick before I think about doing anything with my day. Good afternoon.
How are we doing?
Wonderful. How are you doing?
All right. Apart from that, it seems to be absolutely beautiful, and then suddenly a gust of wind on my own.
And then you're gone. Yeah, you're very far away from us today.
Yes. It's safer.
It's safer.
Then
That's
there's more room to go in and then come back out again if I need to.
perfect. Perfectly thought through.
More room for manoeuvrability.
Just this food looks delicious.
Ah, sunshine is just so... It's just so restorative. Restorative?
Restorative. Yeah,
Restorative. I sometimes feel like a human solar panel, you know, just like a little bit of sunshine. It's just recharging. Anyway, we're making some good progress. Obviously got the painting done, but let me bring you down here and... Oh, hang on. The lighting's gone really bright. It's such a beautiful day today. Yeah, let me bring you down here and you can see behind here, the washing machine is in where the washing machine is going to live. I've not plumbed it in yet. That's this weekend's job, but it's in there. I need to get this door attached to it, but on the whole, I think that's going to look pretty smart. So hopefully by next week we should have the washer all installed. But yeah, it feels like we're getting there, really. The only thing is, after all the painting, a mark has appeared on the floor. And it's causing a little bit of a disagreement about where it's come from. It's definitely you, that.
It's not definitely me.
It's definitely you.
Definitely you.
No, it's not.
Because I'll tell you what happened. There was a spillage of some paint on cardboard next to the painted wall, and I said repeatedly, because Jack kept walking behind everything to get into the kitchen because it was very awkward, do not step in that wet bit of paint. I reckon someone stood in that wet bit of paint and then stood on the floor, because to me that looks like toes. Other one. It's your left.
No.
It's your left.
No, I'm
foot.
not.
My big toes are not that big, and I've got tights on, so you're going to have to do the test first.
No.
Put your toe on that print. Put your toe on that print. It's looking likely.
I mean, I feel like Cinderella at the moment. I mean, I look more like one of the ugly sisters, but I'm not doing it.
You are doing it. You're not doing it because you know it's you.
No, I don't think...
Whoever's foot it is has to clean it off. That's fair. It's definitely that toe, and it's that toe. Was it that one? You stood in the wet paint and then you stood on the flooring.
I mean, normally I'm pretty good at arguing, but that's actually, it could be Tilly. One person we haven't considered yet. She hasn't gone through the forensics. Before I clear it up, can we go out?
Yeah, let's go for a little walk in the sun, shall we?
Yeah. It feels like a shame to waste this beautiful day being indoors. We have had so much rain these last couple of weeks that you do feel a little bit trapped inside the boat sometimes. So when you get a day like today, you do have to get outside and just make the most of it. And it's also lovely just to see how everything changes, because we're in that time of year, you know, when the leaves are all starting to change colour and it's just so beautiful.
I thought it might find some sort of, affinity with me, but it just ran away.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Well, that was a rejection.
Isn't it?
One thing I do need to show you is one of our favourite walks, currently completely inaccessible because of the amount of flooding that we've had. And it's just, I find it so impressive how much the landscape can change just from a bit of rain. So if we just wander around this corner, then you'll see what I'm talking about.
Whoa, what a stick.
This space honestly changes so much throughout the year. That's meant to be a bridge and it's pretty much underwater. It's just so impressive how much it changes and how quickly it changes. Also, Tilly has probably got the zoomies, because whenever she gets wet paws, she just sprints around like a mad thing. She's going all over the place. Anyway, that's probably it for this week's video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to continue trotting up the towpath that way. Gabby is going to... Oh, you there?
Oh, I'm going home.
Gabby's going to turn back because can't walk too far at the moment, obviously, with, baby being imminent.
Heavy.
Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this week's video and you don't already, could you tap that little button down below that says subscribe and the little bell icon next to it, then you get a notification when we put our next vlog live. And also, if you fancy buying us a coffee, that is so appreciated. The link for how to do that is down below in the description as well. And as ever, thank you to all those awesome people who have bought us a coffee recently. We so appreciate it. We're very, very, very grateful. And yeah, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye.